For us to be righteous, it is not by whatever we can do. It is not by the works of our hands. It is not by one achievement or the other. It is by our faith in the promises of God, regardless of the circumstances surrounding us. Welcome to the Christian Education Department of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, the Global Preparatory Class for Sunday School, May 12, 2024, the Uniform Series Curriculum. Our deliberation this week is reckoned as righteous. Reckoned as righteous. And the text is taken from the book of Romans chapter 4, verses 13 to 25. Romans chapter 4 focuses on the faith of Abraham. And Apostle Paul, the writer of this book, uses Abraham's faith as an example to illustrate the concept of righteousness through faith. Paul wrote the epistle to the church in Rome. And this church was a mix of the Jews, Christians, and the Gentiles. Paul's message in Romans chapter 4 was relevant to these two groups as he used Abraham, a figure well revered by both Jews and Gentiles, to demonstrate the concept of righteousness that comes by faith in God. The theological message in Romans chapter 4 is that righteousness is credited to faith and not works. This is demonstrated through the faith of Abraham, who believed in God, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. This concept is central to Christians' understanding of salvation and righteousness. Abraham, the founder of Judaism, is a central figure in understanding the relationship between faith and work. His faith in God was profound and unwavering. Even when faced with immense challenges, his life was proof of his faith in God's promises, and his faith guided him into putting his faith in God to work. Abraham's faith was active and involved obedience to God's command. For instance, when God called Abraham to go to a land which he never knew of, he obeyed God. Despite going to somewhere he did not know, he obeyed God, and this obedience is an act of faith in God. Now, for us as Christians, are we saying we should not walk? Are we saying we should not do our works of service? We should not serve in the house of God? We should not serve God? No. All we are saying is whatever we will do, because Abraham's obedience was the work he did, but that work he did was not that which God accounted to him as being righteous, but his faith, his relationship with God, which is the first basis on which his action, which is his obedience to God, was accounted to him as being righteous. The first thing God will look or see from us as Christians to reckon us as righteous is our relationship with him, not by mere words, not by mere service, not by doing one thing or the other in the house of God, but our faith in God. For Paul, the concept of work is not seen as a means to achieve righteousness or salvation. Instead, work is seen as a way to serve God and to fulfill his commandments. So Paul's teaching emphasizes the importance of living a life in accordance to God's law, which includes both faith in God and adherence to his commandment. The two is inseparable: our faith in God and our obedience to him. But that which will be accounted to us as being righteous. Abraham's faith was not passive. It was an active faith which involved obedience to God's command. Whoever wants to be reckoned as a righteous person, that which we so need to do is to have faith in God. And in conclusion, while Abraham's life was characterized by act of demonstrating his faith, it was his faith, not his works, that was credited to him as righteousness. Works are essential as they are a way to serve God and obey his commandments. However, they are not seen as a prerequisite for obtaining righteousness or salvation. Instead, righteousness and salvation are tied to one's relationship with God, which is rooted in faith. Pray the Lord will help us in the name of Jesus.
In the life of a believer, work and faith are deeply interconnected. Work is not only a means of sustenance, but also a platform for expressing one's faith. Work can be worship, work can be service, work can be witnessing, also can be stewardship, and at the same time can also be a means of spiritual formation.
So next time you think about faith and work, you see faith as words have been regarded for you as righteousness, and work as your faith in action. That is a reflection that you have faith in God.
Jesus Christ.
Connect with us on our social media handles: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp.
Contact us on our telephone numbers, email address cednbc1@gmail.com, or visit us at our headquarters, Baptist Building in Kiwala, Ibadan.
CDNBC, reaching the world through the word.